I will discuss about surveying. First of all, we want to know about what is surveying. Surveying means it is determining the relative position of the earth's surface by measuring the horizontal distance between the two objects is known as surveying. Example, this is the field, this is the first station and this is the second station. The horizontal distance between the two stations is known as surveying. Surveying is determined in different places. Surveying is considered in India a Bureau of Indian Standard. The survey is determined by the relative position of the earth's surface by measuring the horizontal distance between the two objects is known as survey. Clear? Next, we want to know what is the classification of surveying. Surveying classified into two types. First one is plane surveying and the second one is geodetic surveying. In plane surveying, the curvature of the earth is spherical. So we consider that the plane surveying is considered with a small area. So the curvature of the earth is not taken into consideration. It is considered for small area, that is below the 250 km square area, in which the plane surveying is conducted. But geodetic surveying is conducted in large area. That means where the spherical of the earth's surface is conducted, is measured. So this is conducted in large area. That means extra area is adopted in geodetic surveying. So geodetic surveying is explained. Geodetic surveying is conducted above the 250 km square, that is known as geodetic surveying. Then again we want to know there are so many classifications of surveying. Next secondary classification based on instrumentation. There are four types of classification are there: chain surveying, plane level surveying, tachymetric surveying, and different surveys are there. But then we go to what are the principle of surveying. What is the principle of surveying? Principle of surveying is work from whole to the part. Work from whole to the part. That means from one surface to another surface, we know to observe the conditions. That means work from whole to the part is the principle of surveying. Clear? The principle of surveying is work from the whole to the part. To locate a new station, by at least two measurements, that is linear or angular from each point to the another point is known as, that is the second principle of surveying. Next, we want to know what is the method of linear measurement: by passometer, by speedometer and by paramometer. That the three types of measurements are required for the linear measurements. That is the, we know that is the linear measurement, different method for linear measurement. Next, we want to know about accessories of linear measurement. What are the accessories of linear measurement? Accessories. First one is the accessories of linear measurement. First one is ranging rods. The rod which are used for ranging a line, for making the line straight, is known as ranging rod. The ranging rod is which is making the line straight. This is a line. This is the line. For making the line straight, by using the ranging rod, this is the line, this is the AB line. ranging rod. Okay, rod which are used for making a line straight is known as ranging rod. What is it looks like? We want to know. This is the ranging rod. This is a ranging rod. There are alternate colors are there. This is iron screw. There is a pointed end at the last point, that is iron screw, and both the colors are in alternate color, white or black or red. This one is white, this one is black or red. Okay, this is a ranging rod. There are a iron screw at the pointed end. At the pointed end there is a iron screw and alternate colors are there. First one is white, next second one is black or red, and total length is 2 meter. Total length is 2 meter. Each length is 0. How many meter? Each length is 0.2 meter. This is total length is 2 meter. Each length is 0.2 meter. This is the ranging rod which is used for making a line straight. That is known as ranging rod. Rod which are used for making a line straight, that is known as ranging rod. Which length is 2 meter and pointed end is a iron. There is a iron screw provided in the last end, and there is a at every distance 0.2 meter distance there is a alternate color, white or red, white or black or red, because to indicate the station. Next, each distance is 0.2 meter. Next we go to the classification of survey. Next we go to chain. What is chain? Chain is the accessories of survey. Next we go to the chain. Next, chain are of 5 types. First one is metric chain, second one is steel band chain, third one is engineer's chain, fourth one is Gunter's chain, fifth one is revenue chain. First of all, we want to know about what is metric chain. Metric chain are available in the length of 20 meter or 30 meter. 20 meter, 20 meter chain is available or 30 meter chain is available. In 20 meter chain, at every 10 links there will be a tally. At every 10 links there will be a tally. Each link provided 0.2 meter. The chain is suitable for measuring the distances along the fairly level ground. The chain is only measured the distance between the points along a fairly level ground. Next, 30 meter. What is 20 meter chain? In 20 meter chain there are 100 links are provided. Each link 0.2 meter. At every 10 links we provide a tally. Okay, and it is used for fairly level ground. Next we go to the 30 meter chain. 30 meter chain also used for fairly level ground. It is provided at every 15 links there will be a tally. Each link 0.5 meter, and every 150 links there will be a tally. Okay. Next we go to the steel band chain. Steel band chain, it consists of a ribbon steel of width 16 mm and length 20 or 30 meter. It also equivalent to metric chain, which have 20 meter or 30 meter chain. Okay. Next, engineer's chain. Engineer's chain is available in 100 foot long and divided into 100 links. Okay, 100 foot longs and divided into 100 links. So each link is 1 feet. So each link is 1 feet. There are provided at every 10 links. There are provided at every 10 links. The central tally being a round shape. Central tally round shape दिया जाता है. Central tally is round shape. Next we go to the, that is engineer's chain. Engineer's chain is available in 100 feet. Each feet 1 feet. The every 1 feet there will be a link, and it is used for fairly level ground. Then we go to the Gunter's chain. It is also 16 66 feet long and divided into 100 links. Okay, it is divided into 100 links. So each link is of 0.66 foot. It is previously used for measuring a distance in miles. It is used for measuring a distance in miles. Next, we go to the revenue chain. What is revenue chain? The revenue chain length is 33 feet long. The distance, the length of the revenue chain is 33 feet long. It is divided into 16 links. It is divided into 16 links. The chain have different advantages and different disadvantages. What is the advantages of chain? They are read easily and quickly. We should read easily and quickly in chain surveying. In chain, they can withstand with wear and tear. They can withstand with wear and tear. Wear and tear, we stand the chain survey. And it has also the disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? If handled carelessly, it breaks down. It handles carelessly, it breaks down. They cannot be replaced in the field. We cannot replace any old ring in the field. Next, they cannot be read easily. We cannot read easily because there will be a tally, there is a link, there is provided with a different links. So when we measure the distance from one station to another station and first point to last point, there will be difficulties arises. That is chain survey. So we know that chain are classified into 5 types. First one is metric chain, second one is steel band chain, third one is engineer's chain, fourth one is Gunter's chain, fifth one is revenue chain. Metric chain are of 2 types. First one, there will be a 20 meter chain, 30 meter chain. 20 meter chain is provided with 100 links, 30 meter chain is provided with 150 links. Next we go to steel band chain. Steel band chain is available in the width of 16 mm and length is also 20 meter and 30 meter. Next, engineer chain. Engineer chain is length of 100 foot. Next, revenue chain. Revenue chain is also measured in 33 feet length. Next we go to the what is Gunter's chain. It is 66 feet long. Next we go to the types. There will be a second thing we know about what is types of chain. Next we go to types of tape. Is the accessories of survey. Tape is also required for measuring the distances from stations. So there are 4 types of tapes are available. First one is cloth or linen tape. Second one is metallic tape. Third one is steel tape. Fourth one is invert tape. Okay, there are 4 types of tape: cloth or linen tape. Second one is metallic tape, steel tape. Fourth one is invert tape. There are 4 types of tape are used, which is used for measuring the line. Next we go to next accessories is arrow. What is arrow? Arrow are made with a steel wire which is circular in the first end and the bent at the last end. So what is the shape of the arrow? This is the shape of the arrow. This is the shape of the arrow. This distance is 50 mm. This distance is 50 mm and total distance is 400 mm. It is equivalent to the ranging rod. Ranging rod is used for fixing in the field to measure a line straight, and it is also used for the same procedure. It is what was its accurate appearance. This is from first end to last end. This is a circular portion and this is the diameter is 50 mm and total length is 400 mm. Okay. Next, arrow are made of tempered steel wire which is circular in the starting station and end at the This is also used like ranging rod. Okay. Lastly, we want to know what are the accessories of surveying. First one is ranging rod, second one is chain, third one is tape, fourth one is arrow. Okay, there are chains are of 5 types, tape are of 4 types. Chain, what are the chains? First one is metric chain, steel band chain, engineer's chain, Guntur's chain, revenue chain. Next we go to the what are the types of tape. Tape are cloth or linen tape, metallic tape, steel tape, invert tape. Next we go to what are the arrow. Arrow, the use of arrow is equivalent to the ranging rod. Okay. Next we go to what is ranging. What do you mean by ranging? First of all, we want to know what is the use of ranging rod. To make a line straight, the ranging rod is used. Okay. The process of establishing intermediate points. The process of establishing the intermediate points is known as ranging between the two end stations. Example, this is a line AB. Okay. AB, P, R is the two station, and the intermediate stations are determined by ranging a line. When we range a line, then we consider that is ranging. Okay, ranging is finally we know what is ranging. Ranging, the process of establishing the intermediate point between the two end stations is known as ranging. Ranging are of 2 types. First one is direct ranging and the second one is indirect ranging. Okay, first one is direct ranging and the second one is indirect ranging. When the intermediate points are visible, then we tell that is direct ranging. How? Let us see. This is A point and this is B point. Okay, the QB point are visible. Okay, QB point are visible, and this is in which point the ranging rod is fixed, and in this point ranging rod is fixed. Through eye estimation, we see that the total line is making a straight line. How? From the starting station, the follower. From the first starting station, first of all we want to know about what do you mean by leader and follower. What is leader? What is follower? Leader, at that point, who drags the chain forward, at the last end is known as leader. Who is follower? Who is marked at the zero end station of the point. Who is marked at the zero end station of the point is known as follower. Leader, who drags the chain forward, is known as leader. Who holds the chain at the zero end stations is known as follower. Okay, so we know that how we create a direct ranging. When the intermediate points are visible, then it is called as direct ranging. What is ranging? The intermediate points are measured by the two end stations is known as ranging. Direct ranging means when the two stations are visible by eye estimation, then we know as that is direct ranging. Example, this is the line AB and this is P, Q, B are the points. They are the ranging rod. Two ranging rods are created by looking the eye estimation. The follower starting at the station and show by eye estimation that the line is in the straight. Then we know that the line is in the straight line. The follower see that the line is in the straight. When he see in the eye estimation, then that is known as, this is called as the direct ranging. Okay, then we call that it is direct ranging. Okay, clear? The how we know that this is direct ranging? The intermediate points are if visible, then we call this is direct ranging. Next we go to the indirect ranging. What is this? This is a point, this is a point, and this point is not visible. If the third point is not visible, that is called indirect ranging. How? Indirect ranging, the points is not visible because there will be a hill, there will be a river, there will be extra, everything. Okay? There will be a building, so there is no looking at eye estimation, there is no obstacle. There is an obstacle are there. Then we do not see that. So that is called indirect ranging. Okay? When the end stations are not visible, when the end stations are not visible, that is called indirect ranging. That is called indirect ranging. So this procedure is known as indirect ranging. By the method of different method we can determine by taking out estimation and describe. We know that the lastly we found the last point and the points are in the same straight line. Then we saw the ranging. Okay. So direct ranging. What is direct ranging? What is indirect ranging? The ranging in which the two lines are visible, the end stations are visible, that is direct ranging. What is indirect ranging? If the end stations are not visible, that is called indirect ranging. Because there will be a hill, there will be a river, there will be a building, so we cannot see that point. That is known as indirect ranging. Okay? Clear? There are two ranging. First one is direct, second one is indirect. Clear? Second, we go to what is unfolding and folding. How you unfolding the chain, how you fold the chain. To open a chain, the strap is unfastened by the two brass handles. There will be two brass handles in chain. First of all, we drag the chain. Okay, are held in the left hand and the bunch is thrown towards the feet. The one handle is at the left hand and the bunch is thrown towards the feet and drags the chain forward. That is the unfolding. How we fold the chain? At the middle stage, we go to the middle stage and hold the chain, and at the strap the chain forward and the midpoint, and last one is forward and at the midpoint. Then it is closed by the folding by the chain. Okay, how we folding the chain and how we folding the chain and unfolding the chain. Next we go to leader and follower. I already know that. I already tell you that thing. What do you mean by leader and what do you mean by follower? Leader, the chain man who forward ends the chain. The chain man who forward ends the chain and who drags the chain forward. Who drags the chain forward is known as leader. Who drags the chain forward is known as leader. Okay? What is follower? The chain man at the rear end of the station is known as follower. At the rear end of the station follower. That is known as follower. Next we go to the method of chaining on level ground. Method of chaining on level ground. There are two types of methods are there. Direct method and indirect method. Direct method are, what are the direct method? Procedure. This is a steep ground. Ground. Okay, this is A B point. Okay, this is point A B, and this is point A B, and Then we go to the, this method is applied on the directly sloping ground where there is a slope are provided. Directly sloping ground, the stepping method is available. The stepping method, the formula of stepping method is AB equal to AP1 plus AP2. AB equal to the P1 P2 AP1 plus P2 P3 Next, this is a direct ranging, direct method. In sloping side, in sloping method, there is a stepping. This is also known as stepping method. AB is equal to AP1 plus P2 P3 plus P4 P5. Okay. Next, indirect method. Indirect method will be available in 3 types: measuring the slope with a clinometer, by applying hypotensial allowances. Third one is by knowing the difference of level between the 2 points. By knowing the difference of the level in different 2 points. That is the indirect. What is the, that is indirect method. Okay. What is the errors and mistakes in chaining? What are the errors and mistakes in chaining? There are 2 types of errors are there: compensating error and cumulative error. Compensating error and cumulative errors. What is compensative error? Error which may occur in have any direction, in both the direction. Jodi both direction re tamara kana error asila, there will be a error in both the direction, then it is known as compensating error. Okay. Incorrect. Why it is created? Why it is created? Incorrect holding the chain. Second one is horizontally and vertically the steps are not clearly visible. Third one is fractional parts of the chain are damaged. Inaccurate measurement of right angle. Inaccurate measurement of right angle. Next, what is cumulative error? Error which may occur at the same direction and which are occurred in the one direction, that is known as cumulative error. Why it is created? Because the opening of the ring joints, if the joints are opening. Second one, the applied pull being much greater than the standard length. Next, wearing and connecting rings and temperature variation. If the temperature is varies, then it will be created. This is the error of chaining. Next, we go to the what is the mistakes. Why? What is the mistakes of follower? There will be a errors in chain surveying. The first one is displacement of arrows. If you displace the arrows from one station to another station, then there will be a error in chain surveying. Second one is a full chain length may be omitted or added. If the total chain length you are omitted, then it will be a mistake. A reading may be taken from the wrong end of the chain. If we collect the station from the wrong end of the chain, then there will be a mistake. The number may be read from the wrong direction. If we direct the station from the wrong direction, then it will be a mistake. If the number is 6 is counted and the leader will see that is 9. 6 will be hearing that is 9, then it will be a mistake. Okay. Next, which making entries in the field book. When we use the field book, first of all, then if we entries the number numerical in the field book, it is hearing by the follower is mistake, then there will be an error in chain surveying. Okay, it is the mistakes of chain surveying. Next, what are the precautions? What are the precautions we get? The first one is the point where the arrow is fixed on the ground, which will be marked with a cross mark. There is a cross mark where you fix the arrows. Where we fix the arrows, there will be a cross mark. Second, the zero end of the chain or tape should be properly cared. Third one is during chaining the number of arrows carried out by the person is carefully. Fourth one, the verified with respect to the correct end. Third one, ranging should be done properly. Next, no measurement should be taken with the chain in suspension. Next, care should be taken so that the chain is properly established. The chain is properly established if you carefully notified that the station is from the first station to last end. There will be the intermediate points are measured by the ranging rod properly by the follower and the leader by the measuring the field book, and when you write in the field book, the care should be properly maintained and etc. Okay, thank you.